All right. I was telling you about staircase yesterday. So where we were able to specify all of these dimensions, all of these informations rather. And then we want the software to actually design the staircase based on what we have provided. Okay. Now we tested so many thickness of plates. If you can remember, I started with 150 mm, and then I tried to redesign, and then we discovered that the plate is actually not sufficient. So if I click on OK right now, you can see it's actually giving me a very blank space. That means it did not actually design the staircase. So I'll go back and I will increase the thickness of this plate, where I explained to you about the thickness of plates, where I was showing you from the AutoCAD software. Okay. Okay, like I said, I'm having a little challenge with my mouse right now, so I may not be able to go into the AutoCAD environment because of me zooming in and zooming out is going to be a serious problem for me. So let me try 160 mm. I'll try 160 mm, and then let me redesign this. Now you discover the plate is also insufficient. So I think the one that passed yesterday was around 100 and I think, was it 185? 185 passed. Okay, so let me redesign this. Okay, it's still insufficient and it has to be 190. Okay, good. It's actually 190. So you can see all of this information here, including the spacings. So let me come down to my settings here. If I click on the setting here, you can see I'm actually on that staircase. You can see the distribution bar. Distribution rebar spacing. Rebar means reinforcement bar. Okay. Minimum rebar diameter, maximum rebar spacing, and then minimum rebar spacing. Okay. Then for the bottom rebar minimum bob length 300, top rebar minimum bob length 300. The bob is just I'll show you that much more later. Okay, now you can see all of this is actually checked. Mark rebar ends in section, dimension the link zone, show links as long as their diameter, write total number of links. So this total number of links, you can actually uncheck, then it's not going to tell you the number of links that you have on your detailed drawing. So this will actually affect your outputs of your detailed drawing. Okay, so whatever you uncheck here, you can go back and check. You will see the changes has actually taken effect in your detailed drawing. Okay. Show link label inside line, I'm not going to click on that. So I'm going to basically leave this as default. So you can play around with this reinforcement spacing and then the size of reinforcement that you want the software to actually provide for you. Okay. So now if I click on here, you can see draw rebar underneath this section, draw rebar on plan, annotate rebar in section. So this is telling you that you should draw your reinforcement bar under the section. So you can see it's actually checked. I want it to also draw my reinforcement bar on my plan view. Okay, so if you don't want that to appear, all you need to do is just to uncheck this and it's not going to appear. So but I'm going to leave that as it is. So the next thing here is to click on design reports. Okay, so you can see the design reports that is provided by the software based on the information I have actually given to the design, and then it has analyzed and designed the software, the staircase for me, and then these are the informations I have here. So what you do, you can convert it to PDF. I always like to convert mine to PDF, but you can make it in Office. If it's in Office, all you need to do is once you convert from there, you can edit some of the informations that you may want it to suit whatever you want to achieve. Okay, so you can change some of the informations depending on what you want, like calculated by, you can change that, checked by, and all of that. You can change all of this information if it's actually in Office. Okay, so you can see how your design report looks like. Okay, now I'll close that. Or you can print directly. You can see print here. All you need to do is just to connect your system to a printer, and then once you click on print, you just look for the name of that printer from your system. You can do some little settings here, and then you can just print directly from here. Then you specify the number of copies and all that. If you are familiar with printing using printers, this should not be much of an issue. Okay, and then I'll close this. Then the next thing here is just to click on detailed drawing. So once you click on detailed drawing, you can go anywhere around this window and just click. Once you click on it, you can see it has actually generated our detailed drawing for us here. I'm really having trouble with my mouse right now. Zoom, view window. Oh God. Okay. Well, you can see this is your detailed drawing. You can see you have the cross section of this drawing. So the staircase detail I have here is exactly what I also have here. So it comes out with your detailed drawing. Let me try to zoom this. Okay. Okay. Zoom. W. First point. Second point. Okay. So you can see the stairs quantity takeoff by the left right hand side. Okay. I'm going to zoom again. W. Ordinarily with mouse, I can just zoom in and zoom out. So you can see what you have there. Your staircase quantity takeoff You can see the form of your reinforcement, the total number of your reinforcement. There is something I want to show you here. Let me show you something quickly here. Now, you can see here, it's telling us 4y12, 7, 390 spacing. So you will discover that this reinforcement and this one, okay, they have the same bar mark, okay, 7, 7. Now, bar mark is always by, it will actually give you that based on the size of the reinforcement, the length of the reinforcement, and the shape of the reinforcement. So when you have two reinforcements that are spanning the same length, they are of the same size, and then they are also of the same shape, okay? That reinforcement is actually going to carry the same name, okay? So when you have two different reinforcements, but they are of the same size, that is, let's say if they are both Y12, Y12, and then they are of the same shape, and then they are also of the same length, okay? That is done when you want to come up with your bar bending schedule. So you can see that is how to actually come up with your schedule, okay? All right. All right, let's go to another type of staircase. Okay, this one is just based on the support, but you discover what we have here, they are actually the same, only that we have, it is supported by two outer edges here. This one is supported by three outer edges, okay? So that is actually the basic difference between them, but they are the same kind of staircase, okay? And then this one, this is your straight flight, okay? This is actually your straight flight. All right, let's start with this. The staircase width. Now you can see the staircase width is B. The landing width is BLHS. That is something I will have to show you from a cross section, okay? And then the plate thickness, 150, based on what I explained in the other previous episode, okay? The plate thickness at the landing is 180. The plate thickness, that is, this is left-hand side landing, okay? The LHS means left-hand side. The plate thickness at the right-hand side, okay, is actually the same, which is 180. Then the number of steps, you can play around with the number of steps. Let's say I have 12 steps. The step width 300, that is always 1 foot. The step height, that's the riser, is 150. I'm going to be using here. I always like to use, well, 150 is the most common riser for your staircase. Okay. So right now I'm going to just click on redesign. So, but then let's play around with this. Let me change this to 1200. Landing width. Let's say I have explained what landing is to you on the previous episode. So the landing at your left hand side and the landing at your right hand side. Okay, that's just what this and this actually means. Okay, LHS left hand side, RHS right hand side. The landing, that is the breadth. Okay, that's the breadth of your left hand side. Okay, the breadth of your right hand side. Okay, so let's say is actually 1000 here, and then here I have 1000. Okay, then my plate thickness, I'm going to let me change this to 150 and let's see what this design is actually going to give us. And then I'll click on redesign. Now, good. Now you can see it has accepted this. Now I'm going to take it back here. You can see the stairs rise direction is asking you, is it rising from left hand side to the right hand side or from right hand side to the left hand side? So let's assume it's going the other way around, from your left hand side now to your right hand side. So I'll click on redesign. Okay, so you can see it has actually redesigned this. So all I need to do now is to just click on my design reports. Now you can see my design reports here. All right. And then I'm going to click on detailed drawing. Okay, unhandled exception has occurred in the components in your application. This is actually from the software. This is an error from the software. This is an error from the software. I have to find a way to fix that. I'm going to fix that. But once you click on that, and then you come around your window, you just click on it, and then your detailed drawing will just come up, just like the way we did for this other type of staircase. Okay, so I don't know how many minutes of this is remaining. Let me stop this.